Everyone, welcome back to Free Info Friday. I hope you're doing really well. This week's topic is going to be on stimulus checks. So the first thing you should know about stimulus checks is that they were granted out of the CARES Act. If you want to know more about the CARES Act, I do have another video on that, so I would encourage you to go check that out. You may have already received your stimulus check. You may still be waiting to receive it. You may be ineligible and you may not be receiving a stimulus check at all. Or you may have received a stimulus check even though you're not owed one. So there's a lot of information out there on stimulus checks. There's a lot of ways you can track your check to see if it's coming. There's lots of things you can do, lots of research to see if you're eligible. So I would encourage you to do though, to look into those and use the resources to check when your check's coming and things like that. But I did want to give you guys a couple tidbits to walk away with. So let's talk about who's eligible for the stimulus checks generally. Overall, all U.S. citizens and resident aliens could be eligible for these stimulus checks. You do have to not exceed certain gross income requirements. For example, there are a couple different numbers, so I would encourage you to look those up. But for example, for an individual, it's $75,000 gross income, and for a married couple, it's $150,000 gross income. So you do have to meet certain requirements in that regard and not exceed certain gross income requirements, or you will not be eligible for a stimulus check. So you could receive $1,200 if you're an individual, or up to $2,400 if you're a married couple who file taxes as a married couple. It does go off of your 2019 taxes, so that's how they're going to come up with your gross income, is what you reported on your 2019 taxes. If you have not filed your 2019 taxes, you likely won't receive a stimulus check because they are going off of those to send those checks out. Going off of that into people who are not eligible for the stimulus check. You're not eligible if you're a non-resident alien. You're not eligible if you are incarcerated. You're not eligible if you make over the gross income requirements. And finally, this one does seem obvious, you're not eligible if you are dead. I know that seems super obvious, but I actually am in the process of closing an estate, and we did see that the deceased individual did receive a stimulus check. So now we have to go through the process of returning that check. So likewise, if you're a personal representative of an estate or anything like that, that is something that you want to look out on. Make sure that the deceased individual did not receive a stimulus check, because that is something the IRS will want back. So you will have to return that money if you received a check that you were not eligible for. So that's all I wanted to touch on with you guys. If you have any questions about stimulus checks, please feel free to reach out to me. Likewise, if you have other legal questions, or if you have some topics you'd like to hear me discuss, I would love to hear your opinion on those. You can call me, you can text me, you can email me, you can Facebook message me, whatever is most convenient for you. I will respond to you as soon as I see your message. All right, guys, so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel or check up on my Facebook and LinkedIn pages, where my Free Info Friday videos will be every Friday. Other than that, I'll see you all next week, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.